What's up, y'all? Slick here. I'm in the middle of a very important project, so I don't have that much time today. I just wanted to stop by Gabourey Sidibe sector and address a couple of things. First up, let me say for the record that I do not get much pleasure at all from roasting with women. Okay, and I know if you're here from the haterazzi days, you're like, bullshit, you roast with everybody. Yeah, but I think it's a maturity thing. As I've gotten older and the women around me have gotten older, I've grown sympathetic to their plights. You know, there's a lot of societal pressure on women to look a certain way, to be a certain way. And I can only imagine the anxiety and self-esteem issues that can come with that type of pressure. Because as men, we don't have those pressures as much. We got our own things that we got to worry about. If you know me, I am a multidisciplinary artist. I'm a creative in a few different fields, including music, film, and I paint. I paint a lot of black women. And so, yeah, I just don't, I don't like to roast black women. However, when it comes to hood rats, big duckbill platter body bitches, big BB King with dookie braids looking bitches, big civil rights pastor face hoes named Carrie Ann, you better believe I'm roasting. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Carrie Ann Smoke Show. I am your host, Slick. Now, again, I have a project I'm working on, so I'm not going to be here too long today. Just wanted to address a few things. So without further ado, hard face, ugly, fat, dude face hoes, bald head dogs. Oh, and teachers who abuse other people's children. That's right. Stick around.
Because when I was clicking through a minute ago, I heard Slick. Number one, this man is still begging to talk to me.
Okay, let's go ahead and get this out of the way really early. Everybody, I want you to look at your screen. This is not CGI. This is not AI. This is the woman whose voice you are going to be hearing throughout this episode. And if you know me personally, even if you've known me from the haterazzi days, you've seen the women that I keep around. So this is not it. Carrie Ann, sweetie, I would not let you suck my dick. I wouldn't let you kiss me on the cheek. Can you dig that? Now, as some of you may or may not know, Carrie Ann currently has aspirations of becoming a successful YouTuber/podcaster. And as someone who's already been successful at both of these things, I figured this is a great opportunity for us to change the direction of the Carrie Ann Smoke Show for 2026. That's right. We are going to follow Carrie Ann on her journey to absolute, utter failure. That's right. It's a good idea, right? This is going to be fun for 2026. Now, there's some people out there who might hear this and say, Slick, that's absolutely mean. Why would you do that? Well, Carrie Ann owes me an apology. Okay, she swears she's not going to give it to me, so she continuously evoked the name of my children's mother, who she knows is dead. Now, Carrie Ann, I know you're listening. And I suggest that you stop this episode right now and just go on with your day. You've already admitted that since Slick has come to the sector, you've been having trouble sleeping. You need to see a doctor. Sweetie, if you listen to this episode, it's going to get worse.
I had emailed my doctor. I don't know what more I can do, but I hope at some point I can sleep like a regular person again.
Well, you can start by apologizing to your superior.
Why would you demand an apology from somebody? If I'm not sorry, why would I apologize?
Right. So let the games continue. Now, if you do decide to listen, it's not going to be all bad, because since you didn't have a father in your life growing up, I'll play your daddy. I'm going to tell you all the real shit that your daddy was either unwilling or unable to bestow upon his little weeble peeble built Ewok looking daughter.
I got some new furniture and I invested in some equipment.
Stop the cap.
Oh, and I forgot to mention that she is literally a big fat liar. Okay, now she just made this claim, I don't know, maybe a week ago. Yet about 3 weeks ago, she said this.
In the past couple of months, I done spent like $4,000 on like just stupid shit. I bought a new MacBook and everything, so that's some of it. But
and when I confronted her as to why do you cut your own dog's hair when you don't know what you're doing, she said this.
But yeah, I cut my own dog's hair. I like to save money more than I like to spend it.
But 2 weeks ago, you said...
In the past couple of months, I done spent like $4,000 on like just stupid shit.
Okay, so $4,000 on stupid shit plus...
I bought a new MacBook and everything, so that's some of it, but...
Okay, so that's another $2,500. And I know this because I just bought a brand new MacBook recently. So $4,000 on stupid shit, $2,500 on a MacBook, and then just a couple of days ago,
I got some new furniture and I invested in some equipment.
Yet it's the $40 dog haircut where she's going to cut corners. The cap is real.
Because I got to tell you, I'm still having second thoughts, right? But I'm considering about making a serious goal of doing like the YouTube podcaster thing, right?
I love the confidence. I really do. Even though it's complete delusion, I love the fact that she's talking like she's a first-round draft pick with options.
Well, I was thinking about going to the Lakers, but I might go to the Rockets because...
Carrie Ann, keep those second thoughts. Trust me, because you're going to need them. This is going to be so entertaining, y'all, watching this happen in 2026.
But like, it's like I be talking myself in and out of it. You know, on the one hand, obviously, I got the ability to get people emotional and talking about me. So that's something I have that could possibly be like, that's a personality trait I have that obviously might be marketable for better or for worse, right? Well, as far as making money could be better.
You'd be better off trying to be a beauty influencer. Or better yet, a fitness guru. Just saying, she has just as good a chance of doing those things. The problem is delusion. Delusion, which I think has gotten worse with the advent of social media. It has given nobodies a false sense of being somebody. And I know that's rude to say because everybody's somebody. No. Some people need to shut the fuck up. Carrie Ann being one of them.
To all your ugly ladies, stop wearing makeup. If you ugly, you ugly. Stop trying to wear makeup to impress me.
You see how ridiculous that looks? This dude done got up on Al Green's internet calling women ugly, looking the way he looks. That's delusion. Carrie Ann, this is what you look like when you call other people fat. Yeah, you might not be the most obese person on the planet, but you are built like an uncomfortable leather couch. There's no way around that. So you should definitely stop talking about people until you get your waist snatched and maybe get some, a new face or something. The question, Carrie Ann, is who are you as a podcaster and as a YouTuber? Who are you? You've claimed that you were a communist. You're going to come from that angle. You've also claimed that you're a feminist. Feminists don't do the whole body shaming.
I'm going to uplift black women everywhere. I'm going to use my...
Are you sure about that, Carrie?
And she's still selling pussy for money to this day.
Slut shaming. That's a big no-no in the feminist world. Stripping, any kind of sex work, that's part of the whole feminist empowerment thing. You sure you want to go there?
So ain't no sex working, cam girling, swinging, kinkless, filling out, tried to fuck and her white boyfriend woman that do drugs and drink and wouldn't take a drug test for $1,000 about to tell me shit about how a woman who have healthy men in her life act.
Oh my gosh, the hypocrisy. Carrie Ann, those are manosphere arguments. You sounded like Myron Gaines right there. Are you sure that you're really a feminist and that you're really here to uplift black women?
And mind you, is the person who kept going around the man who molested and raped her and still talk to this day about how much she loved and respect him.
Now, that was some of her descriptions of other women in the sector. And if you want to know the depth of the delusion, listen to what she ponders just a couple of days ago.
I don't know how to talk about like my experiences in the sector without making it seem like I'm harping on or upset about what happened. But for me to be a feminist, right? For me to be a feminist and to have been like ostracized by a good number of women in the sector, it's kind of like something that's hard for me not to talk about or process or whatever, especially when I don't exactly understand why it happened.
Carrie Ann, are you serious? You really don't understand why a good number of women in the sector don't like you? Now listen to me now. I'm speaking as your daddy. Call me Daddy Slick. All right? I'm speaking to you not only as your daddy, but also as someone who's already accomplished what you were embarking on right now. You just made fun of a woman for being assaulted. You just made fun of other women who may have had to resort to sex work, or whatever. What kind of feminist does this? Being a feminist means that regardless of what individual differences you may have with another woman, you're both still women, right? You may think you're only hurting her by saying that, but you're hurting a lot of women who you claimed that you're going to stand up for. Now, you've already proven that you're not a communist, you're not an anti-capitalist, because you just got through telling us how much money you spend. Communists don't do that. And then now you're showing us how much of a feminist you are not, how much you care about black women. A woman who, I don't even know a manosphere motherfucker who would make fun of a woman for that. You know that there are hundreds of thousands of women who have suffered that type of abuse at some point in their life, and you're going to make fun of it. And then you're going to attack women for doing what they may have to do to survive. Carrie Ann, these clips are going to come back and haunt you on your journey. Just know that. I'm just saying.
How come I'm not the stripper hoe?
Because look at the screen.
How come I'm not the cam girl?
Because look at the screen.
How come I'm not the sex worker and the swinger?
Because a swinging couple has to both agree to invite you in. And again, look at the screen. Carrie Ann, listen, if you were to ever engage in the sex industry, let's say, for example, you make an OnlyFans page, I guarantee you that at the end of a year, you would have acquired about $7. And about $5.50 of that is going to come from this nigga.
Hey, why are you bringing me into this?
Come on, Brixton, man. You be talking way too greasy in her chat, man. What's up with that threat?
The sector's gonna find out who he is, and then the sector's gonna do what the sector does.
Brixton, I'm not hiding. I'm one of the easiest motherfuckers to find on the internet. Just know when you get there, it's gonna be a pretty impressive resume. But you know what you're not gonna find when you look me up? Me getting fired on national television for abusing kids. Oh yeah, I found out about that. I mean, that was news to me. I know it's old news in the sector, but I did not know that Carrie Ann used to be a teacher who got caught abusing kids. And now she's banned from working with kids in the whole United States. I swear, the plot just keeps thickening when it comes to Carrie Ann. So I'm pretty sure I was in my brother's live about a week and a half ago. And the audience began to inform me about some things that I had missed about the Carrie Ann journey since she's been in the sector. And one of the things, and I can't believe I didn't notice, she was a teacher who got fired on live television for abusing kids. Now, first of all, Back in the 90s, I too worked in the classroom. I worked in the classroom for 7 years. I worked in special education with the severely emotionally handicapped. At least that's how they referred to them at the time. And it was one of the most rewarding jobs I ever had. I learned so much about human psychology. It prepared me for fatherhood so I could be a better father and understanding of my children. I can't imagine ever saying fuck those kids, though. And I used to work with some violent kids. These kids would like try to stab you and shit. So for her to just be a predator, she's kind of like Epstein. She was just a predator. You know, she went to school, got a degree just so she could get access to other people's kids, so she could vent her frustrations on never having like a father, a proper father figure, never having a boyfriend. Especially not in high school. Because, I mean, you could look at Carrie Ann and tell she's never been fine. You know, like for a lot of us, you know, we put on age, put on weight, you know, but we have pictures back in the day when we was fly. Carrie Ann ain't got those pictures. Look at her. Just a lifetime of ugh, which most likely contributed to her wanting to see the world burn. I guarantee there's a lot of GPAs that got fucked with. There was a lot of kids just doing their best. And because of that hater spirit that resides inside Carrie Ann, she fucked with their grades. And I think it should be investigated further. Even though she's fired and completely banned from ever working with kids again, I think this should be investigated. She was probably punishing kids just for having what she never had. A daddy or a boyfriend. You know, she probably saw some girl getting dropped off by her daddy. She come walking down the hall looking like this.
That little bitch thinks she cute because she got a daddy. Let's see what her daddy think about this F.
Then she seen the little cute girl with the snatched waist with her boyfriend walking down the hall. Here she come.
Little bitch thinks she cute because she got a boyfriend. Let's see what her boyfriend think about this F. I'm going to sue you. I never abused no kids.
That's not true, Carrie Ann. You absolutely did. I never said you sexually or physically abused kids. But dig this. If I was married and someone asked me, hey, how's your wife doing? And I respond with, fuck that bitch. They could rightfully say, wow, when it comes to his wife, he is verbally abusive. And that's what you are, Carrie Ann. I just dropped the verbally. So don't worry about it. So, Carrie Ann, this is your daddy speaking. This is Daddy Slick. You're going to have to figure out who you are in this podcast game. All that lying and capping and shit, you got to stop that. The easiest thing to remember is the truth. Tell the truth. Stop making up these fantasy stories and shit. Because when you get serious about the podcasting or the YouTube thing, you don't have the luxury of taking videos down real quick. You can't build an audience like that. You know, so what are you going to be? Who are you going to be in the podcast game? You're certainly not a feminist. We just heard the way you talk about your soul sisters. You can't do anything with kids. That's for goddamn sure. The Miss Rachel thing is out for you, so that's not happening. Now, you've also made the claim publicly that you are a communist, which means anti-capitalist. However,
money is a tool that you use to buy security. It's not something to play with. It's a serious thing, right? And I mean, I have fun with my money, you know.
Carrie Ann, who are you? You know, you just be lying for no. And what's crazy is your lies are outrageous. You know, I know a dude like that. He's fat too. He just be lying, and the lies never fit reality. You know what I'm saying? Like no one, even strangers, no one believes the lies. You be lying about your daddy.
Yeah, my daddy was a revolutionary. He had a free Huey flag on the wall in the house. And one day he took me to Eldridge Cleaver's house.
Just lying. Just outrageous lies.
One day Evelyn Champagne King came and sang happy birthday to him. That's how cool he was.
Stop lying, Carrie Ann. People can see through this, except for maybe this nigga.
Don't mess with me. I'm a Croydon gangster.
All right, that's the last one, Brixton. I promise. I looked you up. You seem like a cool dude. You seem like somebody I would be cool with for real. So I just had to get you back for that talking shit in the chat. But anyway, back to lying ass Carrie. I don't understand. I only know one other person over the age of 12 who lies as excessively as she does. And he's a fat nigga too. Just telling outrageous lies. You know, one of them people that always win in every story they tell is like they never took a L. I don't understand it. You know, this might not even be her fault. When I was a kid, and I'm giving my age up here, there was a made-for-TV movie based on a book called Sybil. And it was about a woman who suffered from multi-personality disorder. And who starred in that movie? It was the girl who played Gidget, the white woman who played Gidget, and she also played the Flying Nun. And this movie was about a true story about a woman who had different personalities. So it's possible that this isn't even Carrie Ann's fault. She might really suffer from multiple personality disorders. Maybe she really don't understand why so many people don't like her. Because one of her other personalities said or did some fuck shit, and then her other personality come out and be like, why everybody hate me? You know? So this might not even be her fault, guys. And poor Bugsy, the dog. He don't know which fat bitch is coming home that night.
I'm just a little old puppy dog named Bugsy, adopted by a chubby Sasquatch named Carrie Ann. The problem is that Carrie's got multiple personalities, so I gotta concoct a plan. Because I can't tell no one, cause I am a dog, but I just have to get away from this heart. I can't tell no one, cause I am a dog. You have to trust me, this big hole is dumb as a log, and I go woof, 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 woof. I wish Photon would come back in her life. That was the only time that this fat bitch was nice. Now she acts like Hannibal Lecter, because no one likes her in the sector. Now she talks to me like I can help her. I'm just a dog, a good dog, but still just a dog. I can't tell no one, cause I am a dog, but I just have to get away from this hole. I can't tell.
That was Bugsy's Trauma, new hit song by Bugsy himself. I know you may find it hard to believe, but Bugsy actually records these tracks when she leaves on her brand new equipment. And then he hurries to upload it to me via her brand new MacBook.
This man going live, throwing tantrums. And I heard him lie, talking about he doxed my family and now he feels sorry for me.
Don't you call me a liar. Don't you do that, Carrie Ann. This is your daddy speaking. Since this isn't your family, then you wouldn't mind if I shared these strangers in the sector, huh? Maybe we can have an ugly pageant. You know, it's like they have beauty pageants. Let's have an ugly pageant to see if Carrie Ann, in fact, is or is not the ugliest member of her clan.
So, number one, you haven't doxed my family. That didn't happen. Because if you did, you will feel sorry for yourself. My family is beautiful, number one.
What? Wait a minute. Run that back. What does this bitch just say?
So, number one, you haven't doxed my family. That didn't happen. Because if you did, you will feel sorry for yourself. My family is beautiful, number one.
Carrie Ann, stop it. Do me a favor. Look at the screen. No, don't turn away. Look at the screen. Now answer this. How? How can any family with women that look like this be beautiful? I'm be honest with you, man. Your sister ugly as a motherfucker too. I'm assuming that's your sister. Your mama look better than both of y'all, which is a shame. You know what I'm saying?
And number two, I've been had my family shut down all their social media when I realized the little bit of social media they had. When I realized this sector was full of weirdos and shit.
This bitch be lying. Really, Carrie? So you telling me that you went to your family, all of them, your cousins, aunts, uncles, siblings, and said, all right, y'all, I need y'all to shut down y'all Facebooks that you've had since 2008 because I'm in this online chat group. Shut the fuck up. How stupid would your family be to comply with that? Uh-oh, Carrie Ann's in trouble. Especially after you embarrassed your whole family by getting fired on live television for abusing children.
Number one, nobody in my family sat around having 3 babies by a nigga that never married them.
And there it is. That's why we're here. She just continuously decides to disrespect the mother of my children. And it's not her fault, Carrie Ann. It's not her fault, nor is it mine, that in 47 years, no man has wanted to plant a seed in you. It's not our fault that you'll never have that feeling, you know, of looking at your child. It's not our fault. I mean, you got Bugsy, but I got to be real with you. That nigga going to be dead in 7 years. And I ain't wishing death on him. I'm just telling you, the dogs don't live that long. You know? Especially when you feeding them Skittles and raviolis and shit. It's not our fault, Carrie. It's not our fault that when you thought you finally found love, it was a nigga playing a prank on you. Shout out Photon. Shout out though, Photon. I need to bring that nigga on the show. That's funny though, because you know she was happy as a motherfucker. Went straight to her family. I met a man. Met a man? Carrie Ann met a man. Who? Which Carrie Ann? Ugly Carrie Ann? What? What's his name, Carrie Ann? Photon? Photon? What kind of name is that for a nigga? That's his name on YouTube. Well, what's your last name going to be when you get married? Nigga. Nigga? Yeah, his name is Photonica. Well, they probably used to her lying and shit. They're like, that bitch ain't got found no man. She went to the church, tried to tell her daddy, I's married now. I's married now. He just closed the church doors on her. He said, this bitch always lying. Yeah, anyway, Carrie Ann, it is not my fault. It is not my children's mother's fault that you were unable to perform the same miracle that she was able to. Besides, God be knowing what's happening. God knows what's going to happen before it happens. He knew what you was going to do to those kids at that school, so he was like, I got to make this bitch ugly so she don't never have no kids.
Things like, that's why you single. Again, so was your baby mama. So was your baby mama. Is that disrespecting her?
Yes,
I don't disrespect the dead. I ain't know that woman was dead. But even if I did, all I ever said about the woman was she had low self-esteem. And while she was alive, why she would sit down and have 3 children by a nigga who never gave her the benefit of marriage does speak to low self-esteem.
Carrie Ann, see, this is why you should ask questions before you start running your mouth. It turns out that the mother of my children was happily married at the time she died. You see, not everybody is like you. Just because you look like you look and you're built like you're built doesn't mean that everyone has suffered that fate. Her, even with 3 kids, she was never built as terribly as you. All right. Now, as far as what happened between me and her, I know you don't have much experience when it comes to relationships, but sometimes relationships just don't work out even when there's children involved. But see, you wouldn't know nothing about that. Marriage is important to you because you, my friend, are what we call a female incel. That's right, an involuntary celibate. Now, you could pretend that you're celibate on purpose and you meant to do that, but you're not. It's just the best you can do. Marriage is a business arrangement. Getting married for love and love alone is the stupidest thing you can do because love is fleeting. There's a reason why you have to go to the same building to get your marriage license that you do to get your business license. It is a business transaction. And you, Carrie Ann, are a bad business investment. I mean, look at you. I mean, you lost your job because you abuse kids, all right? You obviously like to eat too much. You spend money on stupid shit. You said that yourself. And you have no talent or ability to generate any kind of capital on your own. That's why you call yourself a communist, because you're a welfare-minded bitch. And it's your only hope to ever be taken care of by someone else. But speaking of low self-esteem, let me see something. I saw something interesting, because we all know that Carrie Ann is a chronic liar. Okay, I've said it a million times. I've showed examples. I think we can all agree to that. So I Googled chronic, I'm going to Google it again, chronic liar, what do we call it? Not symptoms, causes. Chronic liar causes. People compulsively lie due to deep-seated psychological factors like low self-esteem, insecurity, and trauma, often using lies as a defense mechanism to avoid punishment, gain attention, or feel better about themselves. With this behavior sometimes stemming from or co-occurring with personality disorders like narcissistic or borderline personality disorder, acting as a learned coping skill that becomes ingrained. Now, this is according to the Newport Institute. And Carrie Ann, looking at your picture, listening to your ridiculous stories, and analyzing your anger and jealousy for other women, not only in the sector, but dead women, apparently. I think you're the one that suffers from low self-esteem. Can you dig that? So now, as far as your other claim,
I tell you, I don't know how many hundreds, but I'll give several hundred to anybody that could show this nigga on Gates' show, tell me his baby mama dead, and I turn around and start talking shit about her, because I'm trying to figure out if what he said is true. Why was he only complaining about me calling him stupid?
Oh, offering money, are we? Single fathers? Because I was a single father. My children's mother died. I was a single father, okay? And they've done studies on this. Single father homes tend, the children who grow up in those situations tend to turn out with this about the same percentage of success as growing up in two-parent homes.
Well, too bad all these niggas don't be taking custody of their kids.
Well, what do you know? What did she say? A few hundreds? We know Carrie Ann's a broke bitch. I'm not expecting anything, but I am expecting an apology, public apology, because you were wrong, Carrie Ann. And you're doubly wrong for continuously disrespecting a dead woman who I told you was dead. I shared that information with you because I was using it. I was using my own experience as a real world example to make my point. And for you to weaponize that and to continuously do it is unacceptable. Vegas Gates and I are very much alike. Out of all of our siblings, he and I are the most alike. Now, we're different people. We're into different things, but there's certain personality traits that we share. And one of those is recognizing talent and wanting to help it flourish. Now, he saw something in you. All right. I wasn't too sure. You know, anyone who talks into a microphone has potential. Anyone who has any kind of presence. And you have that. You have presence. It's just not a good presence. Okay. And so when I offered to have that fake debate with you, you dropped the ball. You showed me that you will not be successful in any aspect of life. And it's not because you called me an idiot, but just so you know, in the future when you're debating, the minute you go to ad hominem attacks, especially to someone who's been respectful to you, that means you lost the debate. You could say you weren't triggered, but that's exactly what that was. And it would have been all good. You called me an idiot. I don't care. But once you continue and you go beyond that and keep evoking the name of my children's mother, who you knew was dead, no more arguments on that, all because you have an unhealthy obsession with marriage because it's an opportunity that you'll never get to participate in. That's unacceptable, and you owe me an apology. And until I get one, we will all be by your side as you struggle with your fledgling podcasting and YouTube career. And I don't care that you made a new channel. We're going to be over there too. So as they say, fuck around and find out. Now I'm sure she's going to do 5 or 6 lives.
This nigga Slick is so obsessed with me. He want to talk to me so bad. He want to date me.
You know what I want you to do, Carrie Ann? I want you to sit your fat ass up when you podcast and get your lazy ass up, laying down on the couch. Oh, fat bitch. That's the fuck I want you to do. Anyways, guys, I got to get up out of here. And we're going to get some good content because I know Carrie Ann's got her pride. I ain't apologizing this shit. That's cool. That's cool. So you guys can expect a whole lot of comedy as we follow her on this failed journey towards podcasting and YouTube. You don't want this, Carrie Ann. Trust me on that. As always, people, shut the fuck up. I hate you all. Peace.
We gonna do this little thing called skeletons. Well, we gonna pull some skeletons out the closet. No, where you going? Sit back down. Come here. Let me talk to you for a second. You lock that washroom door. You walk over to that mirror, don't you? All you see is troubles and rain. You drift off so deep in thought, sometimes you get lost. You weren't proud of what you became. You was raised without a daddy. You really not happy. You only smile to cover the rain. Let me get it right. It's a person in your life that you love. For some reason they don't love you the same. You wanna get up out the game. You wanna tell them how you feel, but they'll depict you as lame. Your credit screwed, ain't it? You done burned up your name. You jealous of your friend and hope they do the same. Your uncle used to touch you, didn't he? And you feel like you to blame. You probably wanna tell, but you're probably too ashamed. Your friends got you hitting stains. You sleeping on the L, you snatching people's chains. Got skeletons that you'll forever retain. They deep inside your closet, what'll forever remain. Got a jealous demon that run deep in your veins. You get it from your mother, who got it from a dame. They got it from a father, who got it from the grain. No. You letting people run trains. You out here busting down for sneakers with brand names.
You got scared.